Today I'm giving you 20 aiming tips to play Warzone as a middle-aged gamer. Let's get into it. Let's rewind and break down every gunfight from this 20 kill win, because if I can do it at 42, you can too. Let's break this down together. All right, first game on here, guys, and we are on Rebirth, and I want to show you where I land. I usually land by factory, and I go after the key card here, and we're going to immediately get into a gunfight as we land here. So I want you to notice a few things here. One, I definitely win the gunfight, which feels good right off the rip. But the reason I won, I want you to watch where my crosshairs are when I'm aiming. I am aiming for chest and head. So you can see real off the bat is my gun and my center crosshairs are right here towards your chest and head. You want to make sure, because that is where you get more points for your damage. If you aim at the stomach or legs or arms, you get less points towards your damage. So you want to make sure you're keeping that crosshair there. Centering is very, very important. My last video went over centering as part of the 2 rules that you need to learn to win every gunfight. But I win the gunfight here because I have chest and headshots, and he has nobody backing him up. He went on his own to get the key card. So we're going after 20 kills in this game, is what the whole goal of this game was. And I'm streaming this live on Twitch when I was doing it, guys, for my 24-hour stream. So what I'll tell you is, hey, I'm here to make you guys better. I would say hit subscribe. Give me the first 5 uploads after you subscribe, and if I don't make you better, just hit unsubscribe. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think you're gonna love what I do for you and make your game better. All right, so I'm gonna take my ATV and I'm gonna go all the way over to Stronghold, but I'm looking up there, making sure I'm not getting attacked by anybody. I'm looking to my right. I have people on Big Blue Building is what I call it. And then I also have nobody out here with me, so that's good. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my loadout pretty quickly here. So if you didn't know, you can get your loadout really quick on Rebirth. If you grab the key card there, there's a key card in bio, there's a key card at Grandma's house. That's another video, but that is what I'm thinking. I usually go there to get my loadout. As you can see, I get my loadout very quick here, matter of a couple minutes. I have this enemy jumping down at me, so I'm immediately thinking he's gonna follow me up, and I'm listening for the audio cue here, which I don't hear at all. You hear that zip. So you wanna use audio cues to make sure they're coming up. And then funny thing on this stream was, it was 24-hour stream where I didn't have any loadouts, so we had to go ahead and pick something that was gonna work. And then we're gonna pick up the LC-10 here. And get this to work. So now we got 2 guys down below, and we're gonna have to figure out this gunfight. We'll peek on the right side. We're gonna take a couple plates, switch back to the LC-10. Now I know the LC-10 has great bullet velocity for an SMG, so I do need to get a knock. Once you get a knock, you can go ahead and press. But right now we have another team pushing in right now. So then we want to go ahead and focus on this. We take the LC-10. We get the easy down here. So if I go ahead and reverse this, I know that he has to come in here. And so I get the crack, and instead of trying to reload, I switch and go to my next gun, and then it's an easy kill here right at this time with this LC-10. Super easy to do. But switching weapons here instead of reloading, I got the kill. So that made it nice and simple. So now I got a sniper here. Now I will tell you, on a sniper, what I do here is I know they have to hit their shot. In a sniper, it's hard to hit your shot. Let's just be honest, flinch resistance. So I'm typically gonna push a sniper that's that close a little bit harder. Some have great shots and they'll get me, but most of the time they don't. They'll get the flinch resistance. I'll have an automatic weapon, and then they'll lose the gunfight. So I'm a little bit more aggressive when it comes to people sniping. Because I want them to perform. I want them to do their job when it comes to sniping. They should snipe me, like that's what they should be doing. So here's a tip there that I do is I push a little bit harder when I'm being sniped close up, because I have to worry, because they have to worry about hitting their their shots, and I don't. So we're gonna hit him as he crosses over. This guy moves a lot around, which is great by him. Now I'm gonna get the crack here, and I'm gonna immediately full send. So I know by doing this, he has to replate or go to cover. I've cracked him. I'm fully plated. You want to immediately go. You don't want to think about it. You don't want to hesitate. You want to go. So we're going to go here. One thing I want you to see here in this kill. So I go ahead. I finish this one right here. But let's back it up real quick, because I want you to see something here that is you want to make sure you're doing. So I come off this ledge, and if I pause it right here, I am hip firing before I land. So what normally people do is they go ahead and they land and then shoot, where I hip fire while I'm falling from the air, and then I shoot with the ADS because I want to get more shots there. So that's something you can work on. If you're jumping off there, you can get a hip fire and you can get more shots on, which then you win that gunfight just like I did right there. So I know his buddy's up on the tower. We're going to go ahead and cluster strike that. We're going to make sure we get a little bit more money here, and we're looking for a better gun than what I had, because I only had a 30 round mag in that FFAR. We're looking for a growl here. So we got him landing back, who we just killed. So that's how we take this. So he came back. What I want to talk about in this gunfight is a couple things. One, let's rewind it. So he's going to come back in. It's the same guy who we just fought. So I know by the operator skin that he doesn't have a whole lot of weapons. I'm going to hop on this crate to get a little bit more height, and then I'm going to crack him, right? So again, instead of reloading and being cautious, I'm going to press right away, because when I come over here, I'm using my momentum and I'm going to swing to get rotational aim assist. So when I come this way in that swing and I put my crosshair on him like you see here, I'm going to get sticky aim assist. More sticky than normal aim assist, because I'm going to get rotational aim assist, because I am moving as my target's moving, so the game will kick in and give me added aim assist. I'm sorry, mouse and keyboard players, you don't get this. You aim with your arm, that's a whole nother video. But for us controller players, we need to take advantage of what we can take advantage at, and that's what we can take advantage at. So I use rotational aim assist. I push right away because I know he just came back and I have him cracked. So then I win that gunfight. So just make sure we understand what we can and can't use. So we're making conscious decisions here as we're playing. So we got a guy dropping down. He's hiding in the corner. This was an easy kill. I want to just look though on something here, is keeping your distance. So we see him come down, comes right down there. I'm immediately with my AR, but what I do here, and I want to talk about, is I press up into this pillar right here. So what I'm doing is I'm making sure I have cover when I'm shooting, because if he shoots back, I want to be able to get behind this area right here and reload, replate, whatever I have to do. I could have gone around and gone this way, or I could have gone more this way, but this isn't a lot of cover. I want to make sure I'm behind something like this or something like this if need be to protect myself. So just make sure when you're in a gunfight, where is the cover, understand situational awareness and where you are going. All right, so we have 2 people in this building, so we gotta get a knock. If we can get a knock, we automatically push. We're solo duos here. Now I don't hit good shots there, so that's on me. Not everybody has good shots all the time, so you can tell I'm not using a Cronus or anything like that. So but we want to get that knock. When we're in solo duos, we want to get that knock, and we don't want to over push. We got to find him, get the knock, or eliminate him. He's coming through right there. We miss a little bit. Let's see where we go. We're gonna get that knock. I immediately, what do? I go back and replate, and I reload before I engage. I don't chase the down. I protect myself first. So that is huge there. You want to make sure you take care of you first, especially in solo duos. Now you can see up in the mini map, I know where his buddy is because we are in Resurgence. And so his buddy's right there. He's to my right. I'm now in a 1v1. I'm gonna go press and go see what I can do with this matchup and win, and see if I can win this gunfight. That's immediately what I'm using, the information that was given to me by the game, and then we're gonna go ahead and take this gunfight. Now, easy gunfight here. I do take some damage, but there's some stuff to be learned here. So I want to show you, and we'll finish this. We go over here. I have my Ladra. I have an ADS out right here, but I pull back because what this guy is trying to do by sliding in, he's trying to break my camera. So coming like in here, if I was still ADS'd like this, I wouldn't be able to see him because he would go under my barrel. So I make sure I un-ADS to get hip fire here, so then I can see and keep him in front of me, because if he keeps a little bit further and I'm ADSing, he would have broke my camera and I would have lost this gunfight. But you got to know when to ADS and you got to know when to hip fire. And stuff like this, you want to hip fire more. I can tell you right now, all of us, every gamer in the world, we don't hip fire enough. We ADS too much. We got to learn to hip fire a ton more, which gives me the advantage here, and I win the gunfight. I'm keeping him in front of me, and we automatically squad wipe that team. All right, now we're going to go engage with the building over here. We saw shots on the mini map, so we have specialists, so we're going to get that ping as well. So we know he's down here, just don't know where. We see 2 dead bodies. Now I come in here, I take care of Kevin, but the reason why I know he's in here is a couple different things. One, I saw the weapon ping earlier when I was getting specialists, but one, when I come downstairs, look at this room. There's dead guy 1 right here on the side, right here. There's dead guy down here, and there's loot still there. So that tells me he's in front here, because if he was over here, I would have saw him here. There is a chance he's back over here behind my able to see, but I'm a gambling man. I feel like he's back here. A lot of players will hide in this area. So knowing that, because I've played a lot of this, that's where I go, and that's where I set my sights on to win this gunfight. And I come in and I do surprise him, and I aim right for the chest and head. So as you see, you're going to see rotational aim assist here. Watch this one more time. I can't talk about rotational aim assist enough. Watch when I slide in, how sticky my aim is because I'm moving. Watch, sticky. It all sticks that top piece because I slide in. So me coming in like that right there all gets me a sliding motion into getting rotational aim assist. So I slide in already ADS. I made sure my centering is perfect. So and ready to go as I run in here. So if I go back, I get that right there. I call it. I even say he's on the left. I try to talk to him. He doesn't want to say anything. But we go ahead and we get the gunfight here. I hear somebody upstairs, and that is why I throw out the mine, because I'm in solo duos. I want something to trigger if I'm going to be attacked. And so I understand he's right there. I hear the next guy coming over and trying to figure out where he's going to be. I also have the enemy nearby alert from high alert. So he might be on the roof. So we call the airstrike, see if we can clear the roof. We move over to the next building and see if we can get him from the top if he's going to be. So I don't want to go all the way up because, you know, airstrikes in this game, you might get hit by it. It's kind of ridiculous. So let's see where this guy is at. So I'm gonna try to get the window. We miss it, but we see him there. Did you see that? Right there. As I go down, I see him marking, like he is pre-aimed at the door. Look at this. He is so scared, which tells me that as a player, if this guy's sitting behind a door, pre-aimed at the door, not pushing me, he's a little scared. So I can push a little bit harder here by him hiding behind the door and pre-aiming the door. So I know that. I do miss the jump. I would have got him from behind, but he doesn't even know I jumped down, and he's crouching right there. Now you don't want to do what he just did. So look at this. Let me back it up a little bit, and we'll go right to where he was, because you don't want to do what he just did, which is he's crouching. Look at that. So he's crouching. This is why you don't want to crouch walk in the game, because right, you're putting your head right where my gun will be. Like that is literally centering, and you put all the chest and headshots right there, and I don't have to move or do anything by doing that. So don't crouch in the game, and then knowing that he's not a good player based upon how he was aiming the door, I can go ahead and push this and finish the gunfight here. So, and get my 9th kill right here. So just understanding, you know, situation awareness, understanding what you can do with the gun, and having knowledge of playing this game so much, I know when a player knows what they're doing versus when they don't know what they're doing, or when they're playing scared versus not playing scared. Now I'm looking at the mini map. There's so many people on prison right here. There's a ton. So we're gonna go over here and see what we can do. We're gonna get right into the mix here. So a lot of people were just killed. They come in, down one, looking around. No pings on the mini map. So he took care of a lot of people there. Got another one coming through. Different teammate, not a teammate, different player altogether. But you can see here a couple different things. One, when I am coming across here, and I see all these weapon pings up top here, right? I'm looking for these. You guys should be looking for these as well. This tells me, one, the red dot tells me he's ghosted. The triangle tells me he's not ghosted. I can see this stuff because I run bird's eye. So if you're running bird's eye, you can see when people fire unsuppressed weapons. It shows everybody, ghosted, non-ghosted. But the dots are ghosted, the triangles are bird's eye. So I know I'm going into a 2v2, so there's 4 of them, and I'm trying to third party here. That is my intention. Now, I know most players probably would have ran into this building for cover and tried to like get better positioning, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to get 20 kills. That is the goal of this game, and that is my goal during this gunfight. So I want to show you. So I'm coming up. I still see him there. I know there's one there. So I'm looking in the doorway and I don't see anybody, but I did see the weapon ping to the left. So when I come in, I'm looking left. He doesn't even know I'm here yet, and I fire chest, top of back, and I go ahead and finish him. Now, his teammate does ping down farther in prison, but that's not the guy who runs in here. This guy runs in here. I see the enemy nearby alert, and then he comes up, and look, yeah, I missed some shots there. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I missed some shots there if we go analyze that and take it a step further. But what I do is I course correct into the chest and into the head. So we look at the doorway and look at all those shots. I course correct and then look at my gun level. So again, centering wins gunfights. Okay, you have a doorway. This is where the head of most enemies are going to be. You want to make sure you're aiming in that doorway. So I use the audio cue because I heard him running. I have enemy nearby because I have specialists. And then from an aiming standpoint, chest, head, doorway. And I end up winning the gunfight here, and I squad wipe the team. So you have 8 up and 11 kills so far. So some people will get bought back. Now I'm hearing audio cues above me. All that loot, that is crazy. So he comes across, and I want to talk about this because people do this all the time. So I grab the gas mask. I know he's there. I'm already here. He should have been firing his gun as soon as he saw me. He doesn't fire his gun at all. So when you're shooting down, you usually have the advantage. So I know he's coming. I pre-fire. So you want to make sure you're pre-firing as much as possible when you're coming around corners like that. It makes things a lot easier. He doesn't. He gets one little shot off on me, and that's it. No weapon, no other pings, nothing else. And that gives us our 12th kill of the game. That's the same guy we just killed. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this gunfight again. Hear him to our left. Same kind of idea. So he comes back in, but look at the, I come across. Instead this time of pre-firing that corner, I slide ADS, but see on my ADS, I'm already ADS as I come around the corner. Watch right there. Like he's in a full sprint. I'm already ADS. So instead of like coming around and then ADSing, I'm ADSing as I swing through. So then that saves me a couple milliseconds and I go ahead and eliminate the enemy. You need all the milliseconds you can get, especially with the TTK as fast as this game is right now. It's a fast TTK, but we're getting used to it, but it is a fast TTK. Okay, so we get this next down and kill on this guy, but I want to show you something here. So this is what this is what most people would have done here, and I hesitate, and you can see that I hesitate here. So I'm coming up. I see and hear him come down off this ledge right here. I can hear it. Now I hear say flying in, but look, his teammate is right to my left. His teammate is right here. I could take a shot at this, who's farther, but if I shoot this guy right here, then his buddy right here will turn on me. So I make the split decision. I'm going to shoot the closer player instead of the farther player because he doesn't know I'm here yet. And that is what wins me this gunfight because he has no clue. See, I switch guns and I go ahead and I get the finish on here, and now I challenge his teammate. We go ahead and we get the crack on this guy. Now we come behind here. We don't need to plate or reload on our SMG because we didn't use our SMG. We used our AR. But now I see the weapon ping, or I see the player ping up here. I already know he's in front of me, but at least I see it as well. So I know it's there. Here's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, he's got to push me. I want him to make the first move because the ledge is there. So if he's going to push over, I'm going to swing to my right. Watch. I tell him. I hear him coming over. Watch this. I swing. He gets a couple shots on me, but look where he's facing me. He still thinks I'm over there. He's still looking this way because I swung this way and he swung this way, but I did it at the same time, timing it to get a camera broken here. So he hasn't caught up with where I am, and it could be called peeker's advantage. It could be called just breaking your camera, but it's a mechanic built into the game that it's the latency. His game can't catch up to me going past him as fast as I can. I know that, so I immediately get to the kill on this guy because he's still looking left while I am already right, and I'm using his momentum to win this gunfight. So I let him run into me. I timed the swing out to the right, and then I ultimately win the gunfight using that momentum against me. So, and he got one shot off on me. A little toxic. It's not normally how I play, but I thought it would be a little funny to do. So, you know, so we're gonna get replayed up here. We are at 15 kills, 5 left. So we need, it looks like 5 left. Sorry. We gotta get 5 more kills here in the lobby. I know somebody's still nearby because we have the enemy nearby queue. Now I have 2 players running in. I get a couple shots and I'm gonna go push this right there because my thought here is play smart. So if they're gonna come up here and challenge me, they're gonna come that way through the gas. I'll put a little spring mine there, and then I'll pull the bounty to get like a mini UAV. So we're gonna climb up here, and then I don't see this guy to the left, but he does shoot me, and I get shots right there. But I didn't notice that I noticed that my spring mine does go off, and look, I get the marker with bird's eye right here. Bird's eye is really powerful. So I now know that he is right here, and I'm already plated up, so I can immediately go into the gunfight, and I can use this little vent right here as cover. So I can dance left and right around it to help miss bullets from my chest, because you got to think I'm standing in front of that. It's going to cover a little bit of my chest and mostly my stomach and legs. So he's going to have to hit headshots, and we're going to see who wins the gunfight here. So I come around, I see him there. I go ahead and get the down. Now I try to finish the down, and I know that I can wallbang a lot of this. So you just kind of keep shooting until you can't get any more hit markers there. I wasn't sure if his teammate was across. I missed the stun, and I go in and finish the kill right there. So just using the information that I have. Now I know there's a team to my right because I have the bounty going. I know the guy shot me from the left, or the left or right, depending on where he's at. I'm waiting to see who is going to move. So we're going to take a look at this bounty right here. So I know, I know where he is. I get the live ping, and I ping him, and I want to make sure where he is. So I got the live ping, so it helped me know where he was. I know the terrain of Rebirth, but I want to show you also what I did here. So I got the live ping. You can see it up here by the tree at 53 meters. So I know he's inside. So I'm going to try to surprise him and go in the hole. But I want to show you something here that I did. I hesitate. So I switch guns, and I stay behind cover. So if you notice, I shimmy back in, and I stay behind this cover right here. Because I want to make sure, again, I'm behind cover when I'm taking this gunfight. He is completely open. There's no cover here for him. So it's an easy one for me to win, but I want to make sure I put myself in a best position as well. And then I go ahead and I win that gunfight. 3 more, and I'm thinking they are in control. So we're going to go in control. But look, I know enemy nearby, so they're not in that way. But look, I'm clearing room by room. So I want to show you that. So instead of just not looking, look at my centering coming into that doorway too. Like, just watch my yellow dot here as I come into this room. So just keep that in mind. I know I keep belaboring the point of centering, but it really does win gunfights here. So look at my crosshair. Look at my crosshair. It's kind of crazy how centered that is here. So we're gonna go right there. So my crosshair on this door, where the enemy could be, is perfectly centered. He could be up here as well, but he hasn't shot down yet. So I'm betting he's down here, and I'm keeping my crosshair right there. And it keeps me nice and centered just in case he does run out. So I want to show a couple things too. So we're coming up in here. We're going to look left. I immediately look left. It's like when your mom taught you to cross the road. Look left and right. Same thing in this video game. I'm checking the hallway to make sure that there's nobody down here because I don't want to get cross-shot. So now I know that nobody is in this area. So I'm crossed off there. I still have enemy nearby, so I know that they are in the building. And so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna push up and listen. So there's one. He doesn't know I'm even there. That's an easy down. I don't get a weapon ping, or I don't get a player ping. So I don't. So that's a team. That's nobody's. He's not on a team. So, but somebody throws C4 at me, and I go ahead and get that kill. Now it's 1v1. But what I want to show here is a couple things. So I get the kill there, I reload, replate, do everything I need to do. Then, look at this, I wait, right? He throws C4, doesn't hit me, doesn't get any markers. He thinks I'm in there. And so what I do is I patiently wait as he comes in. I don't fire right away, and I'm a little bit lower in the staircase as kind of having like a little heady because I know that view. I've played his view before. And so I don't fire immediately. I let him come in first and do his little wiggle movement here. Watch. Comes in, C4, comes in, then I shoot. And I get all the shots there and I win the gunfight. He does shoot me a couple times, but I get most of the shots chest and head. And I waited for him to come in, and I'm using cover, the stairs, to get a heady here to make my operator harder to hit. That is a big thing there. And now we're at 1v1, okay? I don't have the enemy nearby tag anymore, so he's not in control. And so we got to figure out where this guy is. And this is all this doesn't matter if you're at 19 kills and you still get you lose the last gunfight. So I'm like, okay, I need information. I have a gas mask. I'm gonna go get some UAVs, and I'm gonna pop a advanced UAV here with 3 UAVs, and that will tell me where he is. He is a ghosted player. You can see the dot right there. There we go. Oh no, he's not ghosted. Sorry. So now we see he is right up top here, right on the corner. And so right here, we're using our information. We know where he is at. I'm using my airstrike to get a little better look. And what I'm thinking here with my airstrike is if I airstrike it, I can rotate down and he won't shoot me when I come down because he can't shoot me while the airstrike is coming. Otherwise, he will overexpose himself and kill himself. So just knowing situational awareness there and how that works with all the map. And how he doesn't want to end up killing himself. So we're going to call in that airstrike. So we're going to call that in. We're going to come down here. I see him peeking right there. Again, he's crouching and everything. That is the same guy from crouching earlier. It's Luigi again. So he didn't learn the lessons the first time. So he made his body easy to hit. But I do want to show you here, he's got good cover in the tree. I do miss shots here. It's not perfect shots, especially because I don't have a scope on this gun. I picked it up off somebody else's body. But I do see him. But I do swing out to get that rotational aim assist. See this right here? Watch. Cut to the left. So when I cut to the left there, look where it ends up, because rotational aim assist is going to pull my gun right to him. That is why you see me shift left like that and aim, because I'm trying to activate rotational aim assist because it's stronger than normal aim assist. So that gives me a better chance at winning the gunfight. Plus he's scrunched up there, which exposes his head to me. And then we knock out the 20 kill there. And hey guys, if you found value in this video, I want you to go ahead and watch this video right here where I give you the 2 rules you need to win in every gunfight. And if you have time, hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.